to get going, and we're started. We're going all out, and we're ready to go. All right, let's begin, shall we? Oh, I may not even be streaming to Twitch right now. Honestly, I have no idea. Anyway, all right, I'm just gonna leave that out. Don't mind me. Let's get started. So, like I said, I already built bag 1. I have all the other bags left to go. And yes, this was a terrible, terrible financial mistake. Yeah. Really though, the set so far, like, it's not bad, but it was so... Here's bag 3. It was so expensive, and when I went to Target to pick it up, I got it a day early. Oh, yeah, I got it yesterday. But as I was going to grab it, I took it to the register, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to buy this. I don't know. But I did, and the disappointment is real. Because it was $173 after tax where I live, which is insane for a set of this size and this caliber. Crazy, just absolutely crazy that LEGO decided that this was worth $160. But I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it for you guys, for the video, of course. But here is bag number 2. We've got Ela Sakura, which I'm going to be talking about on the actual review. Oh, hold on. Is there a reason I got 2 blades? I've never seen that happen before. Maybe the extra blade goes somewhere inside the MTT? I don't know. But that's funny, because what I was going to say is Ela Sakura in the original Battlefront 2 has 2 lightsabers, and I'm pretty sure in Revenge of the Sith she has 2 lightsabers on her belt when she goes down. I could be wrong, but I'm like 90% sure that that's the case. And if that's true, then disappointing that LEGO only gave us 1. I feel like that's kind of a cheap out. I know in the original Battlefront 2 she had 2 lightsabers. One was blue and one was green. When you play as her, you can play as her in a bunch of different ways. But Ela Sakura right here. I probably won't focus on her because it wants to focus on my face. There we go. Ela Sakura right there. Not a bad figure, I'd say. Not the best figure ever, but always good to have another Jedi. And I love that LEGO has been releasing a bunch of Jedi that we've seen throughout all the Clone Wars and beyond lately in these last few days / years. So solid, good. Now we just need a Mace Windu with no Clone Wars armor. That's my dream. I want a Mace Windu from Revenge of the Sith. Are we gonna get that? Probably not. But should we get that? Absolutely. Next figure we've got up here is the brand new Commander Bly with probably something wrong with him. I haven't watched the any really reviews to understand if there are issues with him, but he is a pretty good looking figure nonetheless. I do like that he has the macro binoculars or whatever these called. I really like that piece. I think LEGO did a good job making it. There he is. Here, we'll get a close-up shot. That's very bright, but that's him right there. Honestly, good-looking figure, but a little bit disappointing that they gave us 1 clone, 1 Jedi, and nothing else. I would have loved to see something a little more unique in this set. I know it's all battle droids, but they didn't give us that many battle droids, so give us something, you know, like a commander of droids or something. Anything would have been great. The commando droid, not my favorite. Not a huge fan. All right. With that said, let's continue on the building process here with two little dots. Honestly, the minifigures, we know, of course, that they're the best part of the set. But I'm curious to see how big this set actually is. I have the fake MTT that I've shown off in a lot of my videos sitting ready to be compared to this one. It has been waiting for this specific day, and it knows exactly what it needs to do to beat this MTT. But I don't know if it's going to do it. Maybe, maybe not. But you never know. Sigma John, hello. Welcome back to the stream. Glad you made it for today's stream. Today we're building instead of playing LEGO Star Wars. Something a little different. Might not last very long, but we'll see how it goes. And Giselle, thank you for joining on the horizontal stream. Appreciate it. This set so far has... Wait, hold on. I don't mind the building techniques in here. I think they look pretty good. But why am I having issues? You know, sometimes when I'm building LEGO sets, as I've built them in the past on stream, if you guys have seen those before, sometimes I have issues with following directions. I just get so ahead of myself. I'm like, oh, I just gotta keep going, keep building LEGO, and then I forget that, oh, I actually have to build what it says in the directions. But it's fine. There we go, right there. So I'm pretty sure, I can't tell which way is the front. I'm pretty sure this is the front, but this is gonna be like, or, yeah, this is the front. So from what I have seen, there is a sliding mechanism that pulls the droids out, but it's not the same as we've gotten in years past, and it's not even close to what I think is the best version, which is the fake one. I think the fake one does a really good job at pulling those droids out, and when you push them back in, the door doesn't close, which is a little bit of a bummer, like you would have to close it manually, but all the droids come out in a giant, like, droid carrying formation, which is what you need with an MTT, in my opinion. It's what you need. But if you guys have any questions about the MTT or just anything in general, throw them in the comments down below. Love to hear them. Even if you're watching the stream after the fact, throw the comments down and I'll read them. I'll read them. All right. Every single bag seems to have like maybe a couple hundred pieces, but for reference, oh, I dropped a piece. I just bought the brand new Star Destroyer. I guess it's from 2024, but I just bought it a week ago or 2 weeks ago, whatever Prime Day was. And I reviewed it yesterday and it came out today. And it's bigger than this. It's bigger. I bought it for $111. I know it was on sale, but the fact that it was bigger than this and less expensive by almost, well, like $60. It was $111, maybe a little bit more after tax. But that's just crazy to me that LEGO thinks this set right here with less pieces, arguably less minifigures, because really I don't think the droids count and not anything new, is worth more or the same value of that original or of that Star Destroyer that was originally $160. I don't get that. I really don't understand what LEGO's doing here with that set. But here we are with our bag 2 almost complete. It's just interesting. Just interesting. But I'm hoping for LEGO Star Wars to continue to improve after this August wave. I think one thing that they've done really well, despite the huge price increases, is they listened to fans after that. I say probably the 501st Battle Pack, really. They saw the success of Clone Troopers again. They saw that it obviously worked. So now they're making more of them, which is great because most of the people I'd say that I've talked to who are building LEGO right now are people who were kids when Revenge of the Sith came out, like me. Well, that's fun. And I think that's just a smart move for LEGO to target towards those people, because for us, more people have probably more to spend. There's a better market there for the adult collectors. But the downside is, I don't think they really make great sets for kids anymore. Even this set right here, it has great play features, sure. But what kid can realistically get someone, i.e. parents, to pay $160 for something so small? I don't see it. Especially releasing it in August. I feel like August is a time where there isn't a ton going on, but we're obviously closing in on LEGO's quarter 3 and quarter 4 where they've got to move some stuff for Christmas. So I get releasing these expensive sets ready for that, but I don't see the value in what they've done here. And that's really sad, because Lego's awesome. I love me some Lego. Lego Star Wars, Lego Minecraft, Lego just in general. Like, I've got a Lego ukulele behind me right there. You can see it back there. But stuff like that is awesome. But it was, what, $20 maybe? Oh, we're shaking a little bit. Don't know why it's shaking so much. But $20 versus... I think I built that. $20 versus something that is $160 is like night and day. And I know that obviously that Lego set specifically, it doesn't have any IPs attached to it. It's just Lego creator, so it can be a little bit more price friendly. But I don't necessarily think that that means that it should be the only good price that we're getting out of these sets, personally. But so far, it looks like we're building the little mechanism that pushes the droids out. Kind of looks cool. The amount of pieces that we've got in the set is low, but some of them are fairly good pieces. I know Lego has also gotten... Is that supposed to go in all the way? No, it is not. Lego's gotten a lot more intricate in the past few years, which has led to smaller pieces, more intricate designs, which I think is cool, but to the expense of the consumer, because you're probably paying for less plastic now than you would years ago. But we're cruising along here, building up a nice little oh, this is the times 2 folks. We got a times 2 here. Oh, hang on, there we go. Kurt, hello, welcome to the stream. Glad you joined over on the vertical side. Good to have you here. All right, almost done building these two times 2s. Always love the times 2s. Thanks, Lego. Uh-oh. We may have an issue. Wait, no, I guess not. There's a gap, like a single plate gap. I don't know why, but right there, we just built. It's just one plate wide, but just a random gap there for some reason. They totally could have just put something there and covered it up. Maybe there's a reason for that, or they're just trying to save space. Slash, give you less pieces. Who knows? Who knows? Uh-oh. Oh, wait. No, we are not. Oh, hit the camera. Hit the camera. We're not missing pieces yet, folks. Okay, so I didn't use this extra blade. That must mean that that's just extra accidentally. I don't think on the package that they gave... Yeah, she only has one lightsaber on the package. So I got an accurate Aayla Secura. I mean, kind of. She's supposed to have 2 different colors. But most people probably don't, which is a bummer for them. But I don't think I've ever gotten an extra lightsaber blade in a set before. That's awesome. I'm surprised. Everything else, obviously, same stuff we always get in... Oh, that's going to roll away. Same extra pieces we always get in sets, but having an extra lightsaber piece is kind of awesome. Okay, bag number 3 coming out hot. This bag has no figures in it, unfortunately, but hopefully it'll, you know, at least be something good for it. Gotta move our clone troopers out of the way here, our little Republic folks. Ooh, I see a new piece in here. Maybe not new element in general, but new to me. This right here. It's like an inverted tile, but with scales, spikes on the back. What an interesting piece. That, you know, that's why this set is $160. That piece probably costs, you know, at least 5 cents to make. And that's too much for Lego. If you couldn't tell that was a joke, that was sarcasm. All right. Here we've got... Sometimes it's kind of hard for me to find these pieces. Sorry to everyone who's watching on vertical, watching the shaking. I honestly couldn't tell you why that's happening specifically. But it's happening, and that's how it's going. Over on the I guess that's more on the horizontal side. Either way, my apologies. It should stop soon. Okay. Does anyone see a ball? It's a ball joint. Wait, maybe not. No, it's not. Again, this is why I have issues building Lego, because I can't even tell what the pieces are. That's my problem. Okay, this goes up at the front. Nice. I'm excited to see how this actually turns out with this mechanism, because I don't know. I've never actually seen anything like that. Kalman, welcome to the Vertical Live. Thanks for joining in. Okay, over on this side, we've got a nice little rotation thing. I wonder, too, how LEGO comes up with the mechanisms for this stuff. I know, I'll be honest. Sometimes, in the past, I have harped on the LEGO designers, but somehow this works, and I'm curious as to how they actually managed to like come up with this. Kalman, I am building. It's okay if you can't stay too long. I appreciate you joining in at all, but I'm building the brand new LEGO Star Wars MTT. Despite maybe should have boycotting it and it being insanely expensive, I thought it would be something good for me to make a video about and also to stream over here, because I'm trying to stream as much as possible lately. But I appreciate you joining in. All right, couple pyramid pieces. There are some other sets in this brand new wave of August that I would love to have, but they are all just really... They're really expensive. I think if I wanted to buy every single set from this wave, I'd be spending maybe over $500, maybe $400 to $500. And that's just too much for me right now. If LEGO wanted to send me some sets, or if you guys wanted to donate, then I could. But for the time being, we're struggling to make sure that we have enough money to actually live, and then I can buy more LEGO. You can also check out thewoodenbrick.com if you guys haven't. Shameless plug right there. I'm selling a bunch of stuff over there, so if you guys are in need of any brick-built stuff, that's a great place to find it. Interesting little pin right here for that one too. Now we're all squared away. One thing I love about building bigger Lego sets is you kind of get to see the set come together as you go. This one, not so much as right now, but I guess I'm more so building like the skeleton of it, so that kind of makes sense. But it's coming. It's coming. Something good is gonna happen. Oh boy, we've got a train. Oh man, train of these pieces here. How many? I need 4. There we go. Sometimes also LEGO puts in random colors for seemingly no apparent reason, other than to just put a random color in there. Obviously, there's like this piece here, which I guess kind of helps you see what you're building. Like this is all just kind of random colors that I don't think you'll see outside the set. But then there's this thing. I'm like, why did we put a black plate under there? I don't know. But I think this is correct. Oh, no, it's not. We're not done. 2 more at the bottom. 1 on there. There we go, chat. Ah, more gaps in the pieces. Gotta love that. You know, if the designers, dear LEGO designers, you're making great builds. They look cool. They're solid. Most of them are pretty sturdy, except the brand new turbo tank, which was a really big disaster, and that was a terrible set, and you should have made it. But other than that, you're doing pretty well. But maybe add just like 20 less pieces in a set, or 100. Skip the tiny ones. Give us some bigger pieces and make it cheaper. Make it cheaper, LEGO. This is your time. This is your time to be a company of the people. That's what I'm talking about. Oof. That was a tough one. I don't like Technic. Building Technic is not very fun for me. But I do it anyway. For you guys. For the review. To get things to happen. But it can be kind of frustrating sometimes. There we go. This looks intriguing. I don't really know what this is supposed to be yet, but it's cool. Anyway, talking about the brand new August wave of sets. Oh, we're shaking again. I think the August wave, I'm not going to buy right now, but when it goes on sale, the sets that I want the most are the Jango Fett Slave 1, mostly because I want to compare it to the UCS version and the figure specifically, like the Jango Fett in there, because I already have the UCS version. But that's like maybe lower on the priority list. But I do want that V19 Torrent. I think the original one is better, but the new one looks really cool, and we obviously get that brand new Ahsoka figure. The battle pack I'm going to be buying eventually, but now that I have this set to review, I'm probably going to wait for that one to go on sale. Because it's just too much. And now, like, the battle pack that was $30 is now like $25 at Target. So I'd rather wait a year, buy it next year, and it'd be like $25 to wait. The price it honestly should have been in the first place. Bone Crusher, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining in. I'm building the brand new LEGO Star Wars MTT, the most expensive MTT ever, and one of the smallest. But yes, that's what I'm building today as part of needing to get the review done. And I was like, I had to build it anyways. Well, why not build it on stream and have a party with it? So that's what we're doing. It's been pretty fun so far. Hope everyone's enjoying the stream. Maybe not quite as fun as playing LEGO Star Wars, but you know, it's still not bad. Oh wait, that's the wrong piece. Am I building this wrong? Where? Oh, it's black. This is another thing too. On the instructions over here, right here, you probably can't really see that very well, but that looked gray to me. LEGO's been looking great lately. You bought the 2000 MTT in the Battle Naboo for a total of $130? Wow. Did you buy them used? Or just like when they came out? Because that's a great deal. I would do that for $130 for sure. The 2000 MTT is better, for sure. Well, actually, is it? I think I'm thinking the 2008 MTT. Which is similar to the fake one I have. I don't actually know if that one's better. Probably. I'm sure it is. Cheaper. You got both. Oh my gosh. How do I put this together? There we go. There we go. With a little something on top. Just stick them on together. I will say, Lego did design this thing very sturdy. I like when they connect the pieces really well and you can kind of just flop them around. Use not the 2007, the 2000. Oh, nice. That's still a really good one. That one has more nostalgia to me than some of the other ones do. But I like a good 2000 MTT. Would you say that it's better than this MTT or worse or the same? Classic Legos. Metal and forged metal Legos for the MTT and the Lego Droid Army. Wildcard, that's funny, but I actually, funny you mention that, because Lego's competitor, Mega, actually did do metal die-cast figures once upon a time, and I don't think they did very well. I guess plastic is king. I don't know. Plastic's easier to build with, that's for sure. To an extent. Lego's plastic has always been really good, though. Mega's plastic was never really that great. Had some good moments, but then got really bad again. But metal would be interesting. I'll give it to you. Carry with fungal shoulder and charter. Actually, you know what? I think I have that, or I had that Battle of Naboo set. Because Jar Jar had like a shield with him, or a Gungan soldier had a shield with him. I could be wrong though. But I know I had a Battle of Naboo set with a shield, with a Gungan warrior. It was a pretty cool set. I got rid of it because it wasn't my favorite set ever, but I respect the purchase. And 130 bucks for both of those, that's pretty solid set. What even if it's used or not. Metallic tie-dye is expensive with the plastic methods for manufacture, so it made sense why. Yeah, so what they did was called die cast, which had colors on it, but they painted them. This is what Mega did. And I had some, I got rid of them too. I end up getting rid of a lot of stuff sometimes, but those ones specifically just were cool. They were modeled after like Halo stuff, obviously, and sets that had already been made, but they didn't last very long. They were a single run, and I'm pretty sure they didn't sell well either. Oh, hang on, we need new pieces over here. Spelled Gungan wrong. Oh, that's what you're trying to say, Gungan. It was probably the autocorrect. Autocorrect doesn't like Gungans. Oreo Motion, hello, welcome to the stream. I feel like metal would not be cheaper. Metal can get pretty expensive, but I could be wrong. Okay, give me some of these pieces. Also, when I'm talking on stream, that also makes it so I sometimes miss pieces too. So if you notice that I'm missing a piece, just let me know. Rex Bricks, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining in over on the Vertical Live. Here we got, this looks like to me like this is going to be the mechanism. So I'm assuming we slide it back in this way. And then it pops out with this droid carrier thing. Is an orange or vegetable? Oreo Motion, this is the brand new MTT, the one that's way overpriced. Yeah, we're building that today just on stream so I can get the review out as soon as possible. Hopefully tomorrow. Oh, I dropped a piece. We're switching this one. But yeah, figured it'd be a good day for stream. Rex Bricks, I don't know what you're saying about the orange or vegetable, because an orange is an orange, but if you're asking if an orange is a fruit or a vegetable, then I hate to break it to you, but it's definitely a fruit. I think fruits, I don't know what the technical differences are between fruits and vegetables. I think vegetables, I don't know. Fruits have more sugar, like glucose in them. I know that. But I can't give you a specific reason why an orange is definitely a fruit. But I would say also with Oreo Motion, it is better than the Turbo Tank. At least from what I've seen. I'm not going to get the Turbo Tank until it is, like, the price is completely slashed, gone. That one I'm boycotting no matter what. This one I kind of caved on a little bit. But yeah, that from what I've seen of the Turbo Tank, from like the land reviews and that kind of stuff, that thing I look more into. It's just bad. Like, it just seems really bad. And it's sad because that's a cool set that I feel like a lot of people would have wanted. Obviously, ideally, it would have been the UT-80, but that's a set that a lot of people have been asking for since it wasn't something that was super available for like 10 years. Vegetables grow on the ground and fruit grows in trees. See, that is true, but then we get vegetables like corn that grow on a stalk. So technically not in the ground, but it's above the ground on a stalk, which isn't a tree, but I see your point. There's also like asparagus, which I guess grows in the ground, but it grows up. But to me, I just feel like most vegetables have a more heartier flavor to them. They're, what's the word? I'd say vegetables are more of like a savory food. I mean, I guess fruit can be too. But like apples, for example, you could make an apple pie that's sweet, you know. But if you made a potato pie, then it's not a pie really. It's mashed potatoes, and it's savory. Same with strawberries. Strawberries are like naturally sweet-ish and tart. Maybe we should look it up. What do I rate the build, Oreo Motion? That's a great question. I would personally rate this build like 7 out of 10 so far. Some of the steps seem a little bit weird to me, but I haven't quite finished it yet, so maybe that's why. But overall, like the build is fun. It's unique. I don't think I've gotten to the part where I feel like it will actually be really fun. Jacqueline, I'm glad you love LEGO Star Wars. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, so far I'd say the build like 8 out of 10. Technically, like the technical aspect of the build, awesome. If you love that kind of Technic stuff, if you like seeing how things go together and how they build random like little mechanisms like this, definitely a good set that you probably want to pick up on sale. Get it on sale because this was $173 after tax, and that really hurt my wallet right there. But yeah, I think so far it's pretty good. I like how LEGO now splits up the figures. Oh, you just mentioned figures. Yeah, so far I've gotten 3. So Ayla Sakura with an extra lightsaber that I believe was an accident, and then Commander Bly, who I'm not sure if there's an issue with him. I'm pretty sure there's like paint issues. I need to look at what he looks like in the movie. But there's those 2, and then this black Commando droid, which is just very obviously wrong. And I have the original Commando droid, so I can actually compare the 2, which will be awesome to do in a video. But those 3 figures come in the first 2 bags. And then the rest, I'm assuming, will come eventually. Where's our new Kashyyyk set? Bone Crusher, we have been waiting for, I don't even know how long, since the last Kashyyyk set. It has been many, many moons since we've seen something like that. And it is sad that we haven't gotten it yet. Because you're right, we need a new Kashyyyk set. Later, like the Rebel Speeder versus Imperial Dropship. It better not be new AT-AP. Hope it's either Battle Pack or Corporate Alliance Tank Droid. The Corporate Alliance Tank Droid, way overdue for just like a refresh of it. It's been so long. And I had one from the Clone Wars a long time ago, and I think it was good, but they could totally do one better now. Just, do we want them to do it? That's the thing. I don't know. Ideally, it would be really good. All right, flip that on there. And now we've got ourselves a little fancy little mechanism. Oh, hang on, building's wrong. I also feel like I have too many extra pieces. So either this is not the last. Okay, no, it's not. This is my favorite part. Look at the tiling. So smooth tiling. Love me some good tiling. We like that. Ghost Bricks, I have only a few mods, so while I appreciate it right now, maybe in the future I will elect some mods, but I don't stream a ton, so it's not something that I've really given much thought to. And to be honest, most people don't really go in my streams while they're live anyway. But I appreciate that. Maybe one day. Come back next stream and we'll talk about it. Tatooine set. I like Tatooine. I like a good Tatooine. I personally don't really want one per se, but I do see the merits of it. I mean, the last Tatooine or set that we got on Tatooine was the Starlight Pit. So technically, I don't know if that's still available. I think it is, but you could get one right now, probably. As far as Kashyyyk goes, anyway, back to Kashyyyk. I think that we need the Corporate Alliance Tank Droid is a great idea and sounds awesome, but I also, oops, built this wrong again. I also think that in Kashyyyk, I'm going from like Battlefront 2 specifically, the original one, not the new one. I don't know much about the new one, but in Kashyyyk, there's a ton of stuff. There's like multiple tanks. Obviously, in the movie, there's a turbo tank, but there's also like the Wookiee catamarans and stuff. But I would want to see like a big wooden fence, which I know sounds really dumb and like, why would you want that from LEGO? But in the Battlefront 2 game, there's this huge wooden fence in front of the Kashyyyk, like, Wookiee base. And you have to break it down or repair it, depending on which side you're on. That would be so awesome to see that in LEGO, just to have this giant wooden fence with... I mean, a battle pack in that scenario would be good. You know, you got, like, some Wookiees, some clone troopers. On the other side, just, you know, battle droids, maybe some spider droids or something. That would be my ideal set. That would be awesome. Okay, so this is done. Now I need to put it in here, but I don't really know how. So it's... Huh. This part is a little more challenging. Just so floppy. There we go. Okay. Nice. So so this is the mechanism. You'd spin this thing and it pulls out. We'll see how it goes from when we're finished with it, but so far not too bad. And then that, I'm assuming, will keep it in place. Yeah, there we go. So now it's stuck in there. We're good to go. Not bad. Most battle packs are going to be discontinued by either Christmas or next Christmas. I see what you're saying, and I don't not agree with you. These super battle packs, I definitely think, are LEGO's bread and butter right now. Like that, this is the stuff that they want to be making money from. So from that standpoint, I get like the worry that the original battle packs will go away, the $20 ones. That being said, though, I don't think they'll go away. I don't want them to. Maybe this is wishful thinking. I hope they don't go away, because those battle packs I just think are better. They are cheaper for the most part. I guess if you bought two, then it would be $40. But they have better figures usually, and they're just more fun, in my opinion. And say you wanted to buy just one type of figure, you know, like there was a Stormtrooper and Rebel battle pack, but you really needed more Stormtrooper, then that's the pack for you. But I don't know. You could be right. I think the super battle packs are definitely taking over. Pixel over on the horizontal said the commando droids are meant to be live action commando droids like Battlefront 2, unlike the animated style, which are brown. I get what you're saying, but I've never seen them in any live action like Battlefront 2 that are gray like this. And I don't want to harp on them too much, but I think it's very obvious to me why they made them gray. And it's because it's this gunmetal gray, the same piece. It actually doesn't even color match very well, but this piece is what they use for super battle droids. So all they needed to do was make this color slightly gray, which it still doesn't match. I don't like that. But just make it gray, and then they don't have to change the legs, the brown ones, to make them better. They don't have to worry about any of the other details. They added awesome printing, but I can't agree with you on that one. Overpriced, goofy Lego wave. Yes, definitely overpriced for sure. The K2SO I think is cool. I'm not a huge like figure build fan, so I'm probably not going to buy it, but I think they're cool. It's like a solid set. If you had 5 minutes to live right now, what would I do? Ryan Ski, that's a great question. If I had 5 minutes to live, I would go find my wife. And I'd be like, hey, I have 5 minutes to live. What should we do right now for 5 minutes? And we would probably just like relax. I don't know. I have a really hard time relaxing. Part of my issues with my head. And so if I could relax, like truly be relaxed for 5 minutes. Because if I'm going to die, you know, I'm going to die. It's going to happen. That's what I would do. 100%. Okay, Bone Crusher said over on the vertical stream that there's a reason most villains only get side builds and not full models. I think droids are suffering because of it. It's really hard to build a droid army in 2000. In 2007, it was really easy to. Agreed, especially with that 2007 like droid battle pack versus clone battle pack where you had the droid little tiny carrier thing. Ooh, look at all these blasters. I feel like right now it's just hard to build an army in general, which is weird because it shouldn't be, because there's so many sets out that have a ton of figures, but it's just, I don't know, it's not the same. LEGO should make cheaper Star Wars sets again, says Explorora, maybe, over on the horizontal. You're 100% right. I think we need cheaper sets. I personally would rather have them be less designed and more built just for the heck of it. They look really good, but I think a lot of LEGO Star Wars sets, I said in some reviews I've done recently, are over designed. There's too many pieces, like small pieces in them, and I think it raises the prices, but it just makes them look a little off to me. Battle packs are $23 if you bring the $10 mini starships. I like the mini builds. I just don't love them, but like the new Plo Koon microfighter, when that goes on sale for like $10 to $8, I think that'll be a really good set too. What's my favorite set from this wave? That's a great question, Oreo Motion. I'd probably say, honestly, that's a really tough one. My favorite looking set, I think it's probably this MTT. I think that's part of the reason why I bought it, because I actually think it looks cool, just a little too small. But like favorite set with the best figures in it, I'd probably go with, I'd probably go with Jango Fett's Slave one, this new small one. Like I said, I have the UCS one, so that set's not really on the priority list for me. But I do think that LEGO did a good job with that set, even though it's downsized. And it comes with Jango Fett, obviously a figure that everyone wants, and Mini Boba Fett's kind of fine. But Ton Wee in it, I think that's the name of the Kamino that's in it. Awesome figure to get. And something, again, I don't think they're going to make again. Oh, you didn't mean microfighters? LEGO released Mini Star Destroyer and AT-AT that was like a mini kit build? Oh, interesting. I don't have any of those. I mean, I guess if you're not talking microfighters, you're talking more mini builds. I have a mini X-Wing that came out like 2 years ago, if that's what you're talking about. I like those sets, but to me, it's just a bunch of pieces and not a whole lot of build. Like, those don't have a lot of value to me. I don't display them, and I don't really do anything with them. With the figures not included in it, they just kind of, those sets sit around and ultimately become parts in my collection. But not a bad one, if that's what you're talking about. I think so. Young Boba's terrible, or Emotion said. Yeah, he's not great. He's not great. I don't hate it. Personally, I know there are a lot of people who have very strong opinions about that one. I don't really care about the young figures in general. I don't like that their legs can't move. That's always bothered me. I know LEGO has like little feet that can move, so I'm like, why not just put those ones on there? But those figures just don't feel as useful to me. I don't know why, but I would much rather have older Boba Fett. People said back when microfighters came out, they were a good deal. For an extra $3 back in 2014, 2015. You got in a battle pack for 13, a microfighter for 10. I just think LEGO doesn't have enough cheaper sets today that feel like a good value. Because LEGO Star Wars actually has some, I mean, it depends on what you define as cheap, but they actually have some relatively inexpensive sets today. Like the brand new Maul mech and all the like other mech fighter things from various different like people, like the Darth Vader one, the Luke Skywalker one, all that stuff. And those are all 15, which is cheap, but then it doesn't feel like you're getting the value for what you're buying. So I don't know if LEGO needs to necessarily lower the prices of the battle packs, but more so make the battle packs for the lower prices, if that makes sense. Get rid of, I talked about this in a recent review, actually. You should watch that one. But I would say get rid of the fluff in battle packs. If you have to charge a lot for figures, if they're costing you that much, which I don't think they are, but if that's what LEGO's going with, then get rid of the fluff that comes with the figures and give us just something really simple. Great example is the $15 3-figure battle pack that only came out in LEGO stores with the Snow Trooper, or I guess Snow Rebels, Hoth Rebels, and Clone Troopers with the Phase 1 Clone Troopers. That came out a few years ago, 2020-ish. It was really hard to find for a lot of people, but it was a really great set because it was inexpensive to an extent. You know, I mean, $15 for 3 figures isn't great, but it's not terrible. But it's inexpensive, and you could buy multiples of it if you wanted to, and you would have just these little side tiny builds, but mostly you're buying it for the figures, and I think that's the way it should be. Why did LEGO remove the background art? LEGO's getting more greedy and including random builds to overprice their sets. Poor people like me can't buy them. Explorora said that over on the horizontal stream. I'm sorry that LEGO's pricing you out. I know that that's tough, especially in today's world where money is either like really good for some people or really bad for others, and it's hard. It's really tough. So hopefully things will get better. But I get where you're coming from, and I know that it feels like LEGO's pricing people out, and that can be really tough. I honestly don't know what they could do to make it better, other than what I've been saying. Would I rather have 5 million in cash or card? Do you mean like 5 million in straight cash and then 5 million like on a gift card? Because if I had 5 million on a gift card, I probably would never use it. I have like gift cards for restaurants that I don't use. I have a bunch of restaurant points actually right now that I just don't use. Like I have $60 worth of burritos, but I don't actually use it. So if you're asking that, I would rather have 5 million in cash, and I would take the 5 million, pay the tax, whatever, because I gotta obey the law. Then I would take the 5 million. At that point, it'd probably be like 2.5 million after Uncle Sam takes his cut, and then I would invest 1.5 into the stock market, into index funds and mutual funds. This is not financial advice, by the way. This is just what I would do if I had that money. And then after that, I would go to my wife and I'd say, hey, we have $1 million. Let's go buy a house finally. And then we'd buy a house. It wouldn't be a big one. It'd be like 4 bedrooms or something, 5 bedrooms. We're not talking mansion here. But we'd buy a house and then we'd live off the dividends from those index funds for the rest of our lives. And I would probably just make YouTube videos for fun instead of trying to use them to support myself. That'd be it. As you can tell, I've thought about this quite often. But that's a great question. The only Clone Legion I'm dropping $45 in a battle pack for is the 442nd Siege Battalion. I don't even know what Clone Legion that is. That's interesting. You know what? Actually, I probably would have paid $45 for is maybe this is the Clone Battalion you're talking about, but the one from the 2003 Clone Wars with the ARC Troopers that drive the Munilus 10 gunship. That I think I would go for. All right. I don't know why this arch is red, but it's red. If LEGO were to make another diorama set, you'd want it to be a Death Star 2 briefing room so you can get minifigs such as 9 Num who haven't been able to fit in certain sets. That's actually not a bad idea. Like, I'm assuming you're talking about the briefing room with the Rebels, right before they go to the Death Star 2. That would be a cool diorama set. I don't know if that would really be something that LEGO puts on shelves. Sounds to me like more of a gift with purchase type set. But we would definitely get some unique figures that we don't see much. More episode 4 and 3 sets. I agree. I think we definitely need some more Revenge of the Sith sets. I know this latest wave is kind of supposed to be that, but it was sort of not done super well. But yeah, we definitely need that. Troopers wasn't a 25th anniversary figure. Jesus is King. Welcome to the stream. Oh, the Green Troopers and the Wookiee Catamaran. Those are 442nd. Okay, I didn't know that. Well, good to know. I would love to see those figures again. It seems like LEGO right now is doing as much as they can with this Clone Trooper figure mold. What I mean by that is it's all the same base, right? White with yellow arms. And what they're doing is they're going, okay, this is already white. We can put yellow on it. Yellow here, new Clone Trooper, sell it for $50. Okay, this one's white. Now we can add a line on it, sell it for $50. I don't think they're going to make new molds for... Well, I guess... Okay, that's technically not true, because they made a new mold for... What's-his-face in the turbo tank. Whatever captain that is. But... For the majority, I think LEGO is trying to... Which is smart business-wise. I mean, it makes sense for them. They're trying to use that as much as possible. That... This is not working correctly. There we go. That mold and that white color base to do everything that they possibly can until they've run out of what they can do, I think. All right. This part of the build has been a little strange for me, but I can't tell if I'm building it right or not. But for some reason, they put red. Bright red in the middle of the thing, which is cool, I guess, but unnecessary, in my opinion. All right. But we're getting there. Slow and steady. Oops. We're moving along. Personally, I think as far as LEGO Star Wars goes, my ideal scenario for LEGO would be some information, honestly. I want to understand more than just, oh, we thought this set was cool. Oh, we know that everyone wants a turbo tank, so we were going to give them, you know, I'm talking about the latest designer comments on why the turbo tank is what it is. I don't know where you can find that, but you can find it online somewhere. So for me, I don't really want to see or hear that, really. I want to see and hear and understand where they're coming from with these sets. Why are they making these sets so expensive? Just to even maybe try to justify it. If they really want to justify this prices, then tell me why this set is so expensive. I just don't feel like there's a lot of honesty and transparency with the LEGO company or the LEGO group, as much as I would like there to be. And that being said, there are some amazing people who work at LEGO, I'm sure, especially the people who really work hard for the fans. But I just want to hear more, maybe from like the executives or the people who are making these decisions on price points and things like that. I want to hear why. I just want to understand, okay, where are you coming from with this set? Why is it this price? And they go, well, here's what's going on with our company here. Maybe they're like making new bricks that are eco-friendly and those are more expensive than not. Great. All right. Just tell me that. Explain that to me in a way that makes sense, and maybe we can justify it. Pixel hot take: the cloth pauldrons are nicer than the plastic pauldrons. I think I agree with you. The cloth ones move much better, so you can get better range of motion with the legs. And apparently, I don't know if this is actually true, but I put the plastic pauldron, or I guess we're not talking about legs, we're talking about the shoulder pad. I think the plastic ones are great. The cloth ones, for me, have had a lot of issues, especially with the one for Fives. The Fives one makes him look like a lizard. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but there's like this lizard that has like a dragon lizard or something, but it has this little like thing around its head, and it looks like a dragon, and it's scaly, and it looks exactly like the cloth pauldron that they made for Fives. I don't like it. It's not good. And so I like the plastic one. I think it's cool. It's unique for sure. I hope they make more of them in different colors too. Feels like LEGO's pushing adult sets so much, and most of them aren't selling besides the Starship Collection UCS. They should just get rid of them. The Star Wars sets don't have two major drops anymore. I see what you're saying, Bone Crusher, and I do believe that LEGO has been, like I was talking about earlier, LEGO has really been pushing more towards the adult collectors. The A-falls is what they call them, which I think is maybe better for the people who are working at LEGO, as far as like money-wise. But I'm gonna lower my chair slightly. Ooh. I also think that it does come at a cost of like the coolness of the sets, because they make them for adults, but then they add like a throw-in stud shooter, and they're like, oh well, you know, we made it for kids actually because it has a play feature, a stud shooter. Yeah, I think that's wrong. But I agree with you. That makes sense. They got rid of most of the adult sets. We could have more play sets that would sell a lot better than most of the adult sets. Maybe with more sets, people would be less critical on sets. I agree with you to a certain extent. I think a lot of the sets that are in the lower price range are like half adult, half kids. Where I feel like LEGO is at its best is when it's made for kids and it can be enjoyed by people who are older. And that's like, for example, I would take 2007 as a great example for a year where that was done pretty well. Most of the sets were made fairly inexpensive, like a good price. But for kids that wanted to just build them around, they didn't look super fancy. You know, they weren't amazing display pieces, but they were displayable enough. And you could throw them on a shelf and they would look cool. But I don't know. It's like it's a tough balance between the two. Next, we're putting on some pieces. So far, I mean, this looks small. I don't know if it really translates on camera, but let me here. This is the fake one. Okay, holding it. This is the real one. Kind of hard to do like a side by side here. You can see though, that size difference is crazy. I know we're not done, but like even the skeleton of this one is huge comparatively, and this was like 50 bucks. And I know this one is designed similarly to the one of the original MTT or from a while ago, so you can compare it to that one, I'm sure. But this one falls apart more for sure. Oh my gosh, now it's all breaking. Just gonna put that. Anyway, it feels small. It definitely feels small right now. Putting these pieces on, putting on some pieces, putting on some pieces, yeah. Oh, I built it wrong. Why? Valentine's, it looks pretty good so far. Just, it definitely looks small, but I think the build is fun. I like that they're using these studs with holes in them for the blasters too. That's nice. I think that's supposed to go there. And that goes on top. There we go. There we go. Oh, we're finally building some paneling on the front. 160 is too overpriced. Yes, indeed it is. 160 is, it's a little too much. It was almost too much for me. I held this thing in my hands, like the box, at Target for maybe 20 minutes trying to decide if this would be worth it to buy for a video and review. Because for me, when I buy a set, it has to be something that I can make enough videos on to justify the price. Because I normally, if I wasn't making videos about it, I probably wouldn't have bought it. But because I make videos, I've got to buy the sets. Unless I got into Legoland, which I did not. So, it's like an investment. I just have to make it work. That decision was tough. You have too many clones? Now that's not a bad problem to have. But I think there are a lot of clone sets out there that we could see. It'd be cooler if we saw more non-clone sets. Also, I can't get this to push it out. I'm not sure if I'm doing it wrong. There we go. So it flops like that and then comes back in. Oh my gosh, I just broke it. I see the mechanism though. So what they did on the actual thing that comes out, even though I'm having a really hard time turning it, it pushes this front bumper, but it has a chain connected to it. So when it comes back in, it's not the sturdiest thing ever, but when it comes back in, it pulls it in, which is kind of cool. 10 base plates full of clones. That's kind of crazy. Kudos to you, my friend. That's way less than I have. Just kidding. That's way more than I have. Solid build so far. We've gotten our skeleton. Bag number 5. Here we'll do some ASMR for everyone. All right. Enough of that stuff. This bag doesn't have any figures in it either. But we've got, this is bag number 5. This instruction manual still has a long way to go. But we've got all the way up to number 8, I think. Which really isn't that many. I think maybe there's 9 bags total in this. Maybe not just 8. Need a few more droids to even out the armies. Yes, you do need, you gotta have them even, you know? Although, I think I have a lot of Stormtroopers just from recent sets. A lot of... I probably have a lot of clones too. Not a ton of droids. I have some fake ones though. I got some fake droids. Alright. Let's keep going. I'm going slow. I need to go faster. Come on. Come here, please. Come on. Okay, we're going speed build now. Just pretend that I'm going 5 times speed. One of these. I really like the top of this so far. I always love... Uh-oh, that was wrong. No! The speed build is coming to haunt me. The 2000 MTT is around the same size as the new one. It retailed for $50. Inflation would be 90. Wow. Recommend buying the 2000 one. You make more colors and more space in it. I'm considering it. I definitely get that and compare the two. But my tough thing is I can make a decent comparison video, but I don't have every single MTT ever. I feel like everyone's looking for the people who've got it all. I don't got it all. So we got to do with what we can. But I would definitely consider that. You have a single broken droid and you stepped on it? Sorry that you stepped on a droid. That's sad. Now we need to have a funeral for your droid. Alright. Keep it going. Keep going. Building a zoom, speedy, fast build. Yeah, we're building Lego the fastest we could ever possibly build. You guys know there's actually speed build competitions for Lego sets? And that's an actual thing. Which is crazy to me. Because I have never, ever been a fast builder. But there are some people, like the UCS Millennium Falcon has a world record for how fast it was built. Which is really cool to whoever owns that. But also kind of crazy that we have a world record for building something fast. Also, quick side note. That looks pretty cool. I'm trying to cover my face. I love that that's printed. So glad LEGO printed that. Actually, I have not seen a sticker sheet. I could be wrong that there are stickers in here, but I don't think there's stickers. That might be the best thing ever. If you guys don't know, I really don't like stickers. Clearly. But that would be awesome if there are no stickers in this set. Okay, so we've gotten the mechanism. It just keeps getting stuck somewhere. I'm not sure where exactly. Maybe what just needs more torque or something. Or I built it wrong. Could be either way. Yeah, I'm glad it's printed. Less figs, but you can swap out the tan and gray pieces. Also bought unofficial Magna Guards because I'm not paying $60 for Step 2. Yeah, I had a Magna Guard a little bit ago. It's gone now, but it's crazy how expensive those are. I made a video with it actually about how we need more Magna Guards. Definitely should be something we need. Okay, with the knob, there we go. That's much better. We just need a little knob. That's all. Close Bros, welcome to the stream. Glad you made it today too. Sorry again about yesterday. The Plo Koon. I know I'm not playing LEGO Star Wars: A Complete Saga today, but I will. And next time I do, I promise we'll buy Plo Koon. But yeah, the commando droids are definitely incorrect. Sam, you are right. This is definitely too expensive. The new turbo tank I'd say is worse, but yeah, this one's too much. It hurts to buy for sure. And I don't know who they're marketing this to really, like who this set is for. I feel like LEGO's usually pretty good at going like, okay, we're gonna make a set for this type of crowd, but this one's like made to look like a really tiny set, but close to UCS set price. Yeah. Just buy the Galactic Marines. I will probably end up buying it for the Galactic Marines, but I won't buy it until the price is way down. And I think it will go down significantly when it doesn't sell well, unless there are LEGO fans out there who just buy it anyway. Or, honestly, let's be real. It's not going to be the hardcore LEGO fans who are just buying it anyway. It's going to be like the unsuspecting parents that are like, oh, I think my kid would really want this. $160? Oh, what a good deal. A Christmas present. Because they don't know. Parents, you got to educate yourselves on this LEGO situation. It's boycotting time. LEGO would never release $260 sets at once, especially with the ATT and the gunship still being on store shelves. Also, ATT is not leaving anytime soon. You know, that's a good point. We have 5 sets right now. Maybe more. I think it's 5. 5 LEGO sets right now that are all over the price of $110. That is the Star Destroyer, the gunship, which I have, the ATT-E, which I have this, and then the turbo tank. That's a lot. That's, when you're done buying it all after, you know, tax, whatever, you're probably looking at like $700 to $800 for all of those. Depending on if you get them on sale, obviously, but that is a lot. And a little out of touch, in my opinion. And then we've got the $1,000 Death Star coming. And that's not even including the UCS sets, which are even more expensive. But I don't know if I necessarily would include those, because talking more about like the play side of stuff, or the stuff that's smaller scale meant for everybody. Ooh, another blaster. This blaster is black. Interesting. The others are metallic gray. I didn't even know they still made the black ones. Wonder why there's difference there. Get that. Pop that in there. Looking smooth, looking snazzy. All right, let me see here. So confusing to find all these pieces. Turning my head too much. I love that printed piece. I think that's such an awesome inclusion. Dear LEGO, when you charge premium prices, you must print pieces now and forever. Now that you've printed one, you must print them forever. Love me a good printed piece. That goes the other way. You got the ATOT dropship. You're watching while building it. That's awesome. I'm glad you're building the ATOT. That's sweet. That's a set I probably will never obtain. I was around in LEGO Star Wars when it was out, but I think it was probably out of my price range at the time. And now it's way out of my price range. Even used. I don't really buy LEGO sets that are new in box. I'd rather just buy them used. But even then, that's too much for me. So good for you, man. Great, Sam. Gotta love the ATOT. Yeah, that's a smart move to wait until they're all on sale, because they definitely will all go on sale at some point. Just a matter of when. Oh my gosh. Wait, what just happened? These pieces are flying off. I don't even know why. I need to consolidate. Here's another one of my issues with LEGO Star Wars right now. Listen, the set looks great so far, and I'm liking it. Still about an 8 out of 10 build. But look at all these tiny little pieces. Why are there so many small pieces? I get adding that minute, tiny little detail on like a big UCS set, you know, where you're spending a lot of money. I mean, I guess this is a lot of money, but I just want to have easy pieces again. Is that too much to ask? You got it used for $400. That's pretty good. That's not a bad deal. My only issue with that one too is I guess it's all white, or not completely, but a lot of it is white. So then, you know, if you get it used, if you have someone who left it out in the sun, then it might be a little yellow. But you know, Maybe you like that. Maybe you like a little yellow, you know? Who doesn't like a little yellow? Valentine's UCS ATTE. I hate to say it, but I don't think it's ever gonna happen. It would be cool, don't get me wrong. Like I think that's a good idea, but I don't think it's gonna happen because the ATTE fits so well with the in-play scale. Like it's almost minifigure scale. Uh-oh. We lost my face. Chat. We're going to have to go off the grid here. Now you can see some of my body right here, but I'm out of my other camera. It needs to have battery. Honestly I didn't expect to be streaming this long. Rip webcam. It'll come back. I promise it'll come back. Give it like 10 minutes ish. Hopefully it'll come back before we're finished with this. But webcam is gone. That's why this is an ad right here for not buying a Canon camera. At least not don't buy a DSLR if you're gonna be using it for video. Made that mistake, and now I have issues. P yellow gunship. That sounds fun. Giselle, I'm glad you thought that was funny. Over on the horizontal stream. Now we're just hanging out with no webcam, unfortunately. That's alright. Hopefully you guys like the way that my hands look better anyway. Because I like them too. My hands are beautiful. Just kidding, that's weird. Alright, we're more than halfway done right now. Which is good. But we can't take a break. We can't stop. We gotta keep going and going. But maybe I should. Maybe I should pause for a minute. What do you think, chat? Should I pause and start a new stream later in the day to finish the build? Or should I go for it all right now? Gonna add to your 212th or 327th? I like 212th troopers. I think they're probably my favorite Legion, honestly. Maybe not in Lego. Oh wait, there are stickers in here. Dang it, I'm missing a sticker sheet then. Yeah, I never... Unless it's somewhere hidden. Alright, chat. Well, bad news. There definitely are stickers in the set. But when I opened the set, I didn't have a sticker sheet. So... It's just a red sticker. Sam, I'm glad I'm your favorite YouTuber. That's really nice of you. I love that. You're one of my favorite subscribers now. But you all are. Everybody. Darn, no sticker sheet. I'm not sure what to do here. Let me check. Here's the... Oh, I'm dumb. Okay, I'm stupid. That's... Just gotta calm down. That's another thing that bothers me with the Lego paper bags, is I can't see what's in them, and they always put the paper bags, or they put the instructions and the stickers in the same paper bag. Frustrating, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm dumb. Don't blame Lego. That was my fault. Here we go. Done. Okay, chat. What are we thinking? You checked your instruction thing and still no sticker sheet? I think some of them, sometimes, like, genuinely, they forget to put them in. I.e., like, the robot doesn't... It misses one. But this time here was genuinely my error. Sorry, your gunship looks bland. My favorite Clone Legion, like I was saying, it's 212. I really like the orange. I like Obi-Wan. He's my favorite Jedi. And so that one has always just been my favorite Clone Legion. But specifically, Commander Cody is my favorite commander. So wherever he's at, I'm going. But he's my favorite clone of all time. Love Commander Cody. I like Rex, you know, I like me some ARC troopers, all that stuff. But Commander Cody was always he was just my favorite. He's my homie from the start of the Clone Wars to all the way till he, you know, blasts Obi-Wan out of the freaking sky, slash off the mountain hill thing. He's just my favorite. What's your favorite Clone Legion? Drop your favorite Clone Legions in the comments down below. I want to see everyone's favorite Clone Legion. We'll see how we compare. I'm pretty sure Valentine's, if you really want those stickers, which, you know, I don't know why you do, because stickers are the worst. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, if you do want those stickers, you can order them off Lego's like parts replacement website. Their customer service. They actually have really good customer service. I'd highly recommend. Okay, so I lied about the 9 bags. There are only 8 total, which is not very many. Yeah, definitely go do that. I actually ordered a replacement part. I'm gonna make a video about it, but I had a broken piece in my Ahsoka shuttle that I ordered again, and they sent it over to me, no questions asked. And it was a piece that I figured like they would probably be a little suspicious about, that maybe people would want to order extras, but I legit had a broken piece. And you know, they sent it to me, didn't ask any questions, and I was good to go. So I definitely recommend talking to their customer service. Sam, I'm glad you like my choice for clones. I think it's a pretty solid choice. Sure, they're not the most popular, but they're sweet. They're awesome. Oh, I dropped a body. Dropped a droid body. Here we go. What do I think of the new battle pack? I'm assuming you're talking about... Oh, whoa. Oh boy. We hit the camera. We can't lose this camera too. Anyway, sorry. My apologies about that one. I'm assuming you're talking about the brand new battle pack that was just released today. And I've shared a little bit about it, but overall, I just don't see where they got the $45 price tag. It doesn't have a lot of value to me. It's a little bland as far as like the troopers and everything. And although I really like this Legion, I just don't really think that they're worth that price. So, yeah, I agree with you. I think it's too expensive. It definitely should be changed. Here's 2 new Commandos that are the wrong color. But yeah, I'm not going to buy it until it goes on sale. And I like the Super Battle Pack idea. I think it's cool. It's unique. It's something that LEGO's only been doing for a few years. But to overprice it to this extent just makes me feel gross inside. I'll be honest. It makes me feel kind of weird. And so I personally don't want to support it until the price goes down. Like, I think if you're going to add more figures, more stuff, then the price should be cheaper. Because if I bought 2 regular battle packs, it would be $40, right? So if you buy more than that, like you buy a big battle pack, it's combined, then in theory, like business-wise, it should be cheaper, right? It's just like if you bought 1 can of soda at the store, you're probably going to pay $1. But if you bought a 24 pack, you'll be paying $12 or something. You know, like you get a discount the more you buy, because that's just good business, in my opinion. And they're not doing that, which I feel like is really sad. So yeah, that's my opinion on that one. Not buying it until it goes on sale. And also, I think the other Super Battle Pack was cooler because it combined those old packs from 2007 that people loved, and it had different types of clones. It wasn't all just the same type of clone. It was a Shock Trooper plus 3 regular clones, which I feel like is pretty cool. So yeah, that's my long-winded answer on that one. Watch you find the sticker sheet the moment the new one arrives. Well, hey, you never know. Maybe you can find it, but they will they'll honor your request. They're pretty good about that. Even with stickers from older sets, I think they will send regularly. Bone Crusher said, I know it isn't your cup of tea, but castles relegated to adult sets that cost 200 each, and there's like 5 to 6, and we haven't gotten a play scale castles line since 2013. That's crazy. And you know what? Actually, I know that I don't review castle sets much. I probably honestly should. But I actually used to collect, way back in the day, almost every single castle set. I had Lion Knights, a ton of stuff, and I still have like one of the chess pieces from one of those sets. Everything else I pretty much sold. But yeah, I actually really love Castle. So that's sad that they're just overpricing those too. That was something, even as a kid, I really enjoyed. So I feel like that would be a good thing for kids these days. But, you know, nowadays everyone has an iPad, so guess there's no Lego building going on. Jesus is King, welcome back to the stream. I'm glad you watched the Star Destroyer review. What did you think? Let me know your thoughts. Sam, thank you for agreeing with me as well. I appreciate that. Your favorite Clone Legions Wolfpack or the 501st? I respect both of those answers. 501st, maybe a little basic, but not necessarily bad. You're hanging out with the rest of the crowd, which I appreciate that. That's cool. Wolfpack, I know everyone else loves Wolfpack too, but I feel like that's a little more unique, and I respect those choices. I like it. Those are both solid options. Honestly, you can't go wrong with any of the Legions, in my opinion. But sometimes I like just having a plain white clone. And I really wish that I could get more of the Phase 1 clones. Those are my favorite looking clones, I think. Phase 1. I like Phase 2, they're cool. They look a little more mean. But Phase 1, man, there's something about it really like. Ugh, hate putting these pieces on. Okay, there we go. You made yourself some specialist shock troopers, Valentine's. How exactly did that happen? Did you like color on them, i.e. with Sharpie? Because, you know, we've all been there. I've done that. I wish I was better at making custom clones, like actually printing them. And then I think I'd put them on the Wooden Brick website, which would be pretty cool. Okay. That's all done. It's starting to come together. You can see it for me. Okay, I built that wrong. Which... Uh-oh. Glad I showed you also. I think that's right. That looks better. Am I a Lego purist or not? Sam, I'm not sure if I get the question. Like, if I'm a Lego purist as in I won't buy sets that aren't Lego, or if I will like not combine them, like build with Lego and other brands at the same time. To answer your question, I think I'll just answer it both ways. I am not a Lego purist in the sense that I won't buy other brands. In fact, I just showed like maybe a little while ago, but I have a fake Lego MTT, or just, I call them fake. I know that maybe they're not necessarily fake, but it's a custom MTT. And then I also have a ton of Halo Mega, which is just the polar opposite of Lego as far as like being a Lego purist, because a lot of Lego people really hate Mega, which is sad because I don't think that's nice. But I collected Mega for longer than anything else. Oh man, I built it wrong again. So I wouldn't say I'm a Lego purist. So like fake stuff and or like customs, I actually enjoy. I won't combine the Lego. So that's where maybe someone might consider me a Lego purist. I don't like combining the sets. Like if I have a fake Lego MTT, I'm not going to put real Lego droids on it or in it, because I feel like sometimes the difference between the parts can create problems like with durability, especially in figures. You added some accessories. All right. That's fair. So pauldron and micro binoculars. I respect that. We like some accessories. If you had colored on them, I respect that too. I did that like last year for a video and it turned out terrible, but it was for the meme, for the fun. I'm really bad at putting on stickers, if you can't tell. Yeah, that's just how it goes. Can I add LEGO Star Wars to my website? Jesus is King. Eventually, yes, I will. Right now, I'm really trying to expand what I have on there. I'm going to add to the website some like LEGO Star Wars accessories, or just LEGO accessories in general, like display cases, things like that. That I think would be cool. But I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on other things that I could add to the website. LEGO Star Wars stuff, I just don't have a lot of, so there isn't a ton for me to sell yet. But there will be eventually. And of course, you know, since I'm still making videos with LEGO, some of the stuff I can't get rid of yet, or then I'll go, oh shoot, I need that for a video and it's too late. But with Halo Mega, since I'm not making videos with it anymore and switching over just to complete LEGO, then I can be more free with how I'm getting rid of that. But it is coming. But we just got to trust the process a little bit. Here we go. There's our little side panel. Display cases and stands would be awesome. Yeah, definitely something that's going to happen. I would like to create my own custom ones that are made out of wood, which I know is kind of crazy, but because it's the wooden brick, you know, and I use Mr. Woody as my like channel name, I just think it'd be cool to have something different. And I know there are a lot of plastic display cases out there and acrylic that are cool that I would love to add in there, but I just think having it be Mr. Woody and have some wood displays would be sort of like have a premium feel. It'd probably be more expensive though, so I don't know. We'll see about that one. Still working on how I can like produce those and then get them here in the US, wherever they would be produced from. I don't know exactly, but I like the insights. If you think of anything else, let me know, like specific stuff that you would love to see. Of course, I've got the Mr. Woody merch on there, the wooden brick merch. I wear those in my videos. Not right now, but I should have. But I definitely recommend checking out those shirts. Those are awesome. You're fine with custom and unofficial stuff as long as it looks good and is good quality, then you like it. You ordered figures from Republic Customs and thought they were really good. Bone Crusher said that. Yeah, I agree with you on that one. I think that there are some really great custom stuff out there, or things that aren't necessarily made with real Lego plastic, or Lego molds, but they're made with the same kind of ABS plastic, and they look nice with Lego, and I think those are great. More competition in an industry where it's dominated by just one company, as in with building toys, is always a good thing, in my opinion. That's just how these days works. With no competition, prices just keep getting higher, and I think we're seeing that right now. So yeah, I think it's good to have a diverse portfolio of stuff. You're scared to press send request on the Lego thing? I mean, if if you're worried about anyone getting mad, I wouldn't do it. But Lego is obviously really reputable. They're very good with your information and things like that. So if that's something you're worried about, definitely check with someone first if you're sending it to your parents' house. But I think it worked out well, and I trust Lego for the most part. But I wish you well, Valentine's, on that one. Would Sensei Wu? You know what? I've seen that before, and that would be really cool. I've only ever made like one video with a Ninjago figure, but that would be awesome, because I like me a good Sensei Wu, and the wood one looks super cool. I know it's also insanely expensive, but you know, that's the price we pay for cool stuff. My building is wrong. Totally. Yeah, always good to tell someone about it. Yeah, Sam, I agree with you. Combining Lego's products and others does look strange to me, especially with the Halo stuff that I have. It's just different colors, different shades, different types of molds. Most of the time, it just doesn't work. And the plastic feels different. That's another thing, too, with stuff that isn't real. When the plastic feels and looks different, I would just rather not do it. All right, folks, we're on to bag 7. I don't know how much longer this is going to take. Maybe like another half hour or so. I'm going to try to turn on my camera again. We'll see if it actually works this time. Yay! We're back. The webcam is back. I don't know how much charge it actually got, so this may end pretty quickly with the webcam, but I'm hoping to end the stream with it on at least. Okay, there's bag 8 right there. Valentine's, thanks for joining the stream. I appreciate it. Really do. It's been awesome to have you. Had a great chat. Hope you are able to figure out your sticker situation. But thanks for joining me. Bone Crusher said, I'm calling Mega Constructs or whatever they're called now are gonna go out of business because LEGO's making Pokemon sets and that's their main seller. I never see any Halo sets by them anymore. You're 100% right. I obviously don't have any information on that. I have reached out to Mega many times asking them, hey, would you want to do a video? Or, hey, I'd love some updates on some Halo stuff. I'd love to be a part of whatever you're doing. Never had any response, which is sad because I feel like I have been an advocate for Halo for years now. Not anymore, but I was. And to see them go down a path I cannot follow, in the words of Anakin, disappointing. But yeah, LEGO now has the Pokemon IP, so they're going to start making sets, which I personally will probably think they'll probably end up being better than what Mega did and sell well compared to Mega's. I don't think theirs really sold that much. They were always on clearance over at my local Target. Yeah, so I think you're right. It seems to me like Mattel right now is they're making the Hot Wheels sets too, which were previously Mega branded. They're turning the Hot Wheels into Mattel because Mattel owns Hot Wheels. And Mattel owns Mega. So my guess is they're restructuring right now to bring some of their brick-built designer teams from Mega over to Mattel, and then they're going to scrap all the Mega Constructs, Mega whatever stuff. Halo's going to be gone. I mean, it basically is already. It's a shell of what it used to be. And Halo as a whole, like the video game, is also kind of downward spiral. And so I think it's just gonna keep getting worse until it's gone, and Mattel's gonna have their brand new brick built thing, which I personally don't think is gonna do well, but okay. Sam, that is totally okay. Donations are definitely not something that you should feel obligated to do or have to do. It's just only something that would help me out if anyone wanted to, but no one is obligated to. I'm just making videos for you guys, hopefully, so you can enjoy them. Donation or no donation, but I appreciate you wanting to. That's very nice of you. Okay. Built a little side thing. This is my favorite part on the... Uh-oh. Oh, crap. Where'd this come from? Other side. Those don't stay in very well, unfortunately. I thought they were going to, but they're being kind of annoying. This is my favorite part of the MTT on the other side, but it looks a little small on here. These are the ones where you use the force on them in the complete saga and they explode. I'm not sure. Probably like that. Yeah, okay. They should be a little bit bigger, a little more round, in my opinion. Time for some wheels. These are new. I've never seen anything like this before. They're like big balls, but they're wheels, but with no. They're not actual wheels. They're interesting, huh? What's my favorite LEGO Star Wars set you used to own before you sold everything back when you got into Halo? Ooh, good question. I think my favorite LEGO Star Wars set before I sold everything is the only one that I have actually never sold. And I still have it. I've made a few videos about it. But it's the 2008 gunship. That set I think will forever be my favorite LEGO Star Wars set. I love the size. I love that it's... Oops. Put that in the wrong way. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I love the size of the gunship. I think it's the best one. It has all the features that I want on it. And more. And it looks great. And it also has a really awesome figures that were included. Most of the figures are no longer with me. Except the Phase 1 Commander Cody. That's the only figure I think I have left from that. But, yeah. I really, really love that set. That's a great question. And I never got rid of it, and I never will. Well, unless something really bad happened and it blew up or something. Or I would just get rid of it. But I have thrown that one down the stairs before. Made a video about that like a year ago. Threw it down the stairs, broke it, and then rebuilt it. That's a fantastic set. Good question, though. Even in Arcadia? I'm not... By Sleep Token. What is... I don't even know what that is. Oh, it's a good song. Oh, good to know. Right now, if you guys can hear the music, that's all from YouTube's audio library. But I appreciate the song recommendation. I'll check it out. Sam, like I said, if you heard my latest response, that gunship is my favorite LEGO Star Wars set. If we weren't talking about that one specifically, then my favorite LEGO Star Wars big set is the UCS Star Destroyer, the second version. I've always wanted that one, and I never got it. I didn't buy it when it came out, so by the time I was like, ooh, I kind of want this, it got too expensive. But it is such a beautiful, beautiful model, and it doesn't really even matter about the like figures on it or anything. It's just the set itself. So awesome, so beautiful. Whereas like the gunship, if it had bad figures, I probably wouldn't have picked that one. Valentine's next stream, I will tell you what I rate out of 10, and I'll have a review of this hopefully on Saturday, which I will also give it a score ish. I've never really done that in a review, so I'll review it, and maybe you can give it a score in the comments of that one. But we're almost there. One more bag left, and this thing's done. It doesn't look like it's done yet, though, which is weird. I mean, obviously, I have a lot to go, but it doesn't look like it's getting close to being done because there's just this gaping hole on the side. Oh my gosh! It also keeps falling apart too, which is kind of bothering me. Come on, Lego. We're better than that. We gotta build a sturdy set. What are we doing? Sam, you saw the vid when I threw it down the stairs. Nice. Glad you watched that one. Definitely, that was a fun one to make. Highly recommended. Really, really hard to put it back together because I have the instruction manual, but it's all kind of torn up. There's a YouTuber, LegoBoy123, Solid Bricks. Oh, I've watched some of his stuff. He seems like a really cool guy. Owned 4 to 5 gunships, ATTEs, and a ton of other stuff, and was a very controversial figure back in the day for having so much being so young. That's cool. I had no idea. But he seems, I mean, from what I have seen of him now, he seems like a really cool guy. One short day in the Emerald City. One short day. Nice, 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 nice. Tell that to the Juggernaut Lego release. Yeah. Probably never. I will probably never ever see that set. Also, did I build this wrong? I feel like... Oh, I did. Come on, brick separator. Getting good use out of you today. I always mess up on just like the lightest angles. Then I gotta replace a bunch of pieces. Tough luck. Yeah, if I bought it, I'd definitely never touch it. It would just sit on a shelf. It'd probably fall apart while it's on the shelf, the Juggernaut. Ooh, now my red light's gone too. We're losing battery today, folks. This stream lasted longer than I expected. Okay. We'll have to do without a red light back there. Probably should plug it in. That'd be good if I plugged it into the wall. That's fine. Let's see. Where are we? Yeah. I feel like I'm missing some pieces. Yes, I am. I forgot to put on the clip. I was busy messing up. I can't find it. There it is. I would love to know if, for those of you who are still hanging around. So, if you haven't seen, I know some of you have been on previous LEGO Star Wars: The Complete Saga streams, but I have been streaming that for a few weeks now and trying to 100% it. I don't know if I'll actually do it, but I'm trying. But there's also a bunch of other games that I could play, LEGO Star Wars and not LEGO games, but that I would love to be playing. If you guys have any recommendations that you would like to see on there, that would be fun. I'd love to hear it, because I'm trying to include everyone in this streams. I think it makes it more fun that way if I'm doing stuff that you guys enjoy. I would also love to do a community stream where we're playing together on like Minecraft or something. Minecraft makes me kind of dizzy. So does LEGO Star Wars, but not quite as much. But if that's something interesting to you guys, I would love to set up a community stream. It would probably be done through my Discord, so if you're not part of the Discord, I'd recommend. If not, I might post about it too. Giselle wants to play Minecraft over on the horizontal stream, and that would be fun. I'd definitely consider doing that. I think we would get a lot of people involved, which would be really cool. But yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys think. LEGO Star Wars: The Complete Saga on the Wii, that's awesome. I always played on Xbox. But the Droidica was sweet. Really hard to destroy, though. I was playing it yesterday, and just I got wrecked by a Droidica like 10 times. Lost all my coins. I don't think I got True Jedi that level. I don't remember them being that hard to take out, you know? Or I'm just bad. Could be both. I could just be bad at it. Ooh, you lost your Wii? That's sad. That's tough. Losing things is never fun, especially when they're expensive. Side panel, it's getting there. Ooh, we got some tiling going on here. That's what we like. Where? Oh, that's an interesting piece right there. Huh? Where are these tiles? I'm glad, Sam. I'm glad you're liking the Complete Saga streams. That's awesome. I'm enjoying them too. They're fun. I like me some good Complete Saga. That's my favorite LEGO game, I think. Or well, maybe. I also really like the Clone Wars one as well. That one has a little more stuff in it. Wait a minute. Hold on. I messed up. Again? How did I do it? There's supposed to be 5 here. 5 and then a 3 by 1. There we go. Starting to get hot in this room. So if you start seeing sweat coming down my face, just know it's because I'm hot. What's going on here? City, one short day. Here are the games that I'm thinking of playing. Well, obviously I just said Minecraft. I have played Halo before, but I probably won't play again on stream. Because, well, I guess I could. Last time I played Halo on stream, my connection was so bad that in the Halo game, I played really poorly and it made me look really bad. So I would consider playing again if I could figure out a way to make the connection better. Because I do really like playing Halo MCC. I also would play Battlefront 2. I don't know if I streamed that before. I feel like I have, but maybe not. But I would love to play Battlefront 2. The new one and the old one. Mostly the old one, because I've never really played the new one much. But I would consider doing it. I have it on my computer, I just don't play it. Also, I would consider streaming Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor. The problem with those two, though, is they're not like multiplayer games. And I just feel like for streaming purposes, the multiplayer games people tend to enjoy more because I'm like, every scenario is a new scenario. I don't know. Also, I can't tell, but this just doesn't seem to... There's a big gap right there. I don't know if that's my problem or if that's how it's supposed to be. It seems like that's how it's supposed to be. Don't love that, but not bad. Finish off the side. Hot take: the original clone commander from the OG Turbo Tank is not Cody. Instead, either Bly or generic commander. I think you're right. I don't think it's meant to be Cody. I know that in the complete saga, or like the OG LEGO Star Wars games, Cody looks like that, but I just think it's because they didn't really know what they wanted Cody to look like. And back then, he was like really the only commander. He was the only one that had that was named in Revenge of the Sith. The other ones were named characters, but you never heard their names. But Obi-Wan would say Cody, and that's how you know. But I agree with you there. I think it's listed as a 327th commander, not Cody. I think you're right. I don't think it's meant to be Commander Cody. But honestly, I have no idea. LEGO makes interesting decisions sometimes. Most of the time, I don't understand them. One short day in the Emerald Sea. It's really hard for me right now, if you see him looking down a bunch, it's hard for me to see the blue. I don't know why. But I can't see the blue pieces, the differences between the two, because they all look the same. LEGO needs to do a better job at that. This kind of helps a little bit. Those two are legendary LEGO games. I remember playing them back in the day on Xbox 360. The gap is normal? Alright. Well, I accept that then. It's not bad, it's just... It doesn't look great. Yeah, those original LEGO games are some of the best video games I've ever played. Especially playing with friends or brothers was super fun. Because you could play as different characters, obviously. That's not supposed to be there. How did I end up putting that there? Dang it, chat. Gotta use that brick separator. That goes there. There we go. This is another... Alright, here's another thing. I was talking about earlier how I feel like LEGO pads piece counts. So here there was a... I'll show you. If I can get to focus. So you can kind of tell. They just stacked these on top of each other. There's a little line. But it's all gray. So if they just didn't put anything there, it would still look good. But I don't know why they added that. It gives an extra line, I guess. But to me, that's padding a piece count. That's just adding pieces to add pieces, not because it actually needs them. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's exactly what it needed. Just doesn't seem that way. I also can't tell where I'm putting these parts. I'm bad at LEGO. I'm so bad. Kim Chu, I'm lagging. I'm sorry I'm lagging. I'm not trying to lag. My connection seems like it's pretty good. Let me double check. Yeah, I've got good connection on my end for the most part. But let me know what you guys think if I'm got solid connection. If not, let me know. I do know that on the horizontal stream it does look a little pixelated. Look at that smooth. That's the best part of Lego. Smooth tiling. Hopefully that was good for all you listeners at home. Got to get that ASMR in for the YouTube algorithm, you know. After you like the video, also for YouTube algorithm. All right. There we go. Side panel number 2 finished. That actually, okay. I see why they did the thing now. I still think it's a little silly, but that looks pretty good. But man, this is small. This really is small. Like, I don't know how I can actually describe how small this is in person. Like, it's actually tiny. But it's big enough that it should be able to fit droids. So that's a positive for sure. But it's a tiny one. Oh, I dropped a piece again. All these tiny little pieces dropping all over the place. It's small. I'm trying to think if I can get a good comparison of just how small it actually is. It is the size of... It's smaller than the new gunship. If that gives you a good size comparison. Like, it's... Then the new gunship's the same price, right? Or maybe even cheaper now. But it's like, visually tiny compared to that one. I'll grab it in a minute, maybe. But like size comparison, I can bring back the other one in here. So this is the fake one, the one that's big. That it looks similar to the 2007 or 2008 MTT, whatever one that was. But this is that one. This is this one. So it's almost like maybe half the size of that. This was $50, maybe even less. I mean, I know it's knockoff brand Lego, but just a comparison, like they're making money off of selling that for $50. So I don't know. Personally, for me, that just doesn't look good for Lego. But the sets, I'm not trying to say the set is bad, because it's still been pretty fun to build. Ezra Love Spores said, "Hey, Mr. Woody, do you think that the Jabba's Palace Sail Barge Lego is worth $500, or should I get it on sale?" Definitely get it on sale. With those UCS sets, really you should only ever pay full price if you're buying it at the very beginning of when it's released, if there's like a gift with purchase with it. Like for me, I got extra stuff with the Jango Fett Slave 1, the UCS one. But with the sail barge, it will go on sale at other places, especially during Christmas. So if you can wait for December, November time, I'd highly recommend just holding out a little bit. It's still a great set though. I would probably pay, like, if you can get 20% off, I think that would be a pretty solid, fair deal. Any more than that, and you're looking at something that's maybe a little too much. But I would also consider, if you're looking at the Jabba's sail barge, look at all the UCS sets, because they're all kind of around that price range right now, and see if there's one that you would rather have. And if the sail barge is it, then I would wait on sale. If not, then you could find another one for pretty good. You can also find, if you're okay buying it used, if you don't really care much about the building experience, you just want to have the display, you can find those sets for pretty decent deals. People will buy them, build them, and then resell them on Facebook Marketplace. I don't know why. Like, they just want to get rid of them, I guess. But if you're looking to save as much as you can, you go in value. Like for me, I always try to save as much as I can. I'm a value shopper, which probably sounds a little weird, but yeah, I'd probably wait. Since none of the minifigures from 2007 MTT aren't exclusive, you could part it out and save like 150 to 200. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Oh, we're shaking again. Sorry for the shakes, folks. Everyone who's watching shaking. If you shake your head while I'm shaking, then you won't even be able to know. You won't be able to tell. All right. Here we go. Uh-oh. Pieces don't seem to want to stay together. This little ball thing, it's been around in LEGO for years. So many years. I love those things. You got it on sale, you think you should get it on sale. That's what Sam said. I'm with you, Sam. I think a lot of the time UCS sets go on sale. Or if not on sale, they do like, you know, the Kohl's thing where you get extra Kohl's cash if you buy it during a certain time of year. And it seems to me like that's usually always the best way to go. One day in the Emerald City. I'm looking for pieces that I may have missed because I realized that I didn't put some in here. But I think we should be good. I think we're chilling. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are down to our last bag, which means we finally get to build every single droid. I'm gonna move this out of the way. There's only 7. I mean, I guess technically you get the commando droids, but I don't really count those as for the MTT. 7 droids. For reference, the battle pack that is like $25 now, the big one, you get, I think, 3 V1s in there. Maybe 4. So, could this have included more? Absolutely. Should it have included more? 100%. But did it? No. Can't give you a good reason as to why. But this is it. We've got ourselves the Battle Droid collection. And we also get one of the Battle Droids which was previously exclusive to the gift with purchase from a little bit ago, which is the Pilot Droid. I don't know why they only included 1, because that other set, the gift with purchase, included 2. And I feel like with this set, I mean, I have it over here. I don't know if I can pull the top off. I guess there's only 1 seat in there, but I feel like you could fit 2 if you really wanted to. Personally, I think LEGO just needs to go throw in more. If there's a question of, oh, should we not put an extra droid in? Should we put it? Just do it. Put an extra droid in. Do it for the people. How do you guys like to build droids when you have a big army like this? I've got like 2 camps. Either I'll just put them all together at once, or I'll separate them and build them one at a time. But I kind of like doing like a little droid factory situation where I'm like, ooh, now it's time for the head, now it's time for the arms, you know, all that good stuff. We're almost there. Whoa. Don't drop the droids, don't drop the droids. I also learned, maybe not recently, but the last time I was building droids, someone complained, or just commented, said that I was building the arms wrong. Apparently, you're supposed to put that top, it's too bright, too blown out. You probably can't even see it there, but there's a thick part of the arm, which is up here, and then a non-thick part of the arm. Apparently, the thick part of the arm is not the hand, but it's supposed to connect to the shoulder. I didn't know that. I honestly, for my whole life, I thought that the arms were the exact same both directions. Didn't realize that they were any different. So you learn something new when you're in the LEGO community. There's always someone who will find something that says you're doing it wrong. But this time it was, so I accept the criticism. And there are all 7, well, 6 regular battle droids and 1 pilot. Nice. We'll put those guys over there. Sam, my dream Lego set. That is a good question. I think my dream Lego set is one that I get for free. Sorry, no, that's a cheesy answer. Let me give you my dream Lego set would be. It's a good question. I'd say I would have like different dreams depending on what era of life I'm in and also what Lego is wanting to make. But if I could choose a set to make, I would make one that included. Honestly, I don't know. Okay, I think I figured it out. I don't think we have enough sets from that 2003 Clone Wars series, the miniseries. And I used to watch that as a kid a lot. Way before the Clone Wars happened, I was hanging out with those sets, having a blast. Or not sets, hanging out with that movie and having a blast. I loved it. There are some parts that I thought were a little scary, like when Anakin eats bugs. I thought it was gross. But for the most part, I really, really liked that feeling of Star Wars to me. And so the fact that Lego hasn't really made any of those makes me a little sad, you know? They've made maybe like, I don't know, 2 or 3 sets from that show. I know there's an Anakin Starfighter from that show, but I'm not sure if there's anything else. So for me, I would make that. And I would make it really good. And it would have the ARC troopers from that. And maybe do like a Battle of Coruscant type build. And it would have Magna Guards, bunch of droids, and maybe like a General Grievous stealing like kidnapping the Chancellor. I think that would be cool. And have all those clones in the room that get smashed up. If you haven't seen that show and you're a big Star Wars fan, highly recommend. You really got to watch that one. It's short, but to me it's a lot more intense, I guess is a good way to put it, than the newer Clone Wars, and I kind of like that feeling. It's a little more like battle war type versus Clone Wars is a little more fluffy. Not to say that that's bad, but I'm calling it how I see it. All right. Trying to make sure that I have all the pieces on here. I think we're good. I kind of, when I see a Lego page, I start building it, and then not on purpose, but I jump around between steps. Like I go, okay, I'm looking at step, this is 287, then I'm going back to 284. That's why I mess up so much. But it just happens. Like right here, I know I missed a piece. I missed an entire step on the other side. Even after I checked. Come on, man. What's wrong with you? How could you do that? I can't believe we're almost done, though. Sam, I know it is very expensive. But it will go on sale. Trust the process. Trust in the Lego Force. And it will go on sale. That is a guarantee. Mr. Woody guarantee right there. Eventually it will go on sale. I don't know how much though, but it depends on whether or not people are buying it when it's full price, I think. But Lego's smart. They know what they're doing. And so they're going to try to get as much money out of as little as they can, because that's kind of just what businesses do these days, which is unfortunate but true. So I think Lego is going to... They're going to make it a challenge. But eventually they'll have to cave, I think, and put it on sale. Just like all the other big sets. Like I guess Lego themselves doesn't put it on sale online, but you can find it on Amazon and Target. Those will always be on sale. One short day in the Emerald City. One short day. Somehow I'm going faster on this side. Maybe because I already know what I'm building. I like it. I like it. Whoop. Well, as we're closing down the stream here, I know we're not quite done yet, but friendly reminders. Number one, we're going to keep streaming the LEGO Star Wars Complete Saga, so if you haven't ever tuned into one of those and you want to hang out for a little bit, join the Complete Saga. Definitely find those streams. I have some of them. They are missing a piece. Where's the piece I'm missing? Some of them are scheduled already, so you can go look at those and like see if they fit in your schedule. If not, that's all right. But for others, we're gonna be streaming lots of new videos coming. Check out always on the channel. I'm not doing many shorts anymore, because I'm really trying to focus on making the long form better. But there's plenty of long form, and you can always watch them in little bite size and then come back to them. So if you guys are enjoying those, head over there and watch those for sure. Yeah, it's true. When it goes on sale, that's when people really start going for the Lego sets. I think that's part of Lego's strategy too, is they price them really high, knowing that it's high, and then put it on sale knowing that people will see, oh, that's on sale, that must be a good deal. And then they get the price that they always wanted. I think that that's accurate, but I could be wrong. Oreo Motion, welcome back. You didn't miss too much, but we're almost done. The build is near complete. We just finished the second side. No, we lost. Dang it, the camera just couldn't survive. Oreo Motion, you came back at just the right time to see the camera die for the second time. But don't worry, I'm gonna end the stream with it on. But there's side number 2. They just poke out quite a bit, which looks a little strange, but I mean, I guess that's how it's supposed to be. Yeah, I wish in a perfect world, LEGO would make sets that are the exact right price. But you know, who's to say what truly is the right price for LEGO? Oh, sticker time. And Houston, we have a sticker. That's the best sticker I've ever put on in my life. Maybe, maybe not. I've had some really, really bad and some really, really good sticker moments in LEGO. We're down to our final 100 pieces, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. Most everyone has already left, but for those of you who stayed, you're the true heroes. Or who came back. But I think we're pretty much almost done here. I'm thinking, as long as I'm building this correctly, we've got like 10 pages left. Then I can throw all the droids in there, have a blast, have a droid party. Uh-oh. Oh no, I built this wrong. I went in too fast. I got ahead of myself. Why do I keep losing pieces? What in the world? I'm missing one. There it is. Sometimes it's hard to see, you know? Sometimes you just don't know where the pieces are. Black. 4x2. Almost there. Almost there. Now I'm getting excited. Now I'm ready to see this thing complete. It doesn't look terrible. Like, it looks good. These are not the droids you're looking for. These are not the droids, period. They're actually not droids. They're battle bots. Because I've been telling you something wrong the whole time. This is actually a fake Lego set. Just kidding. I'm just messing with you. As you can tell, towards the end of my streams, things get a little weird. But what matters most is that we're almost finished with this LEGO set. And, of course, like I was saying earlier, but new long form, all that stuff coming soon. But as well, a review of this should be in the works before the end of today and hopefully be posted. Oh, this is getting stuck. There we go. Again, hopefully should be posted by the end of today. Like a post over on, I'll do a picture on Instagram and update you guys. But the long form review of this will be posted hopefully tomorrow. If not tomorrow, maybe on Monday. And then we'll be chilling. We'll be rolling in the reviews. I have tons of different video ideas planned for this set too. So we're gonna do like figure comparisons, reviews. I'm gonna look at the old Commando versus this one because I'm kind of curious how those stack up against each other, because I know that I personally think the old ones are better, but they are a little more brittle. Sam, that was funny. Luke, I'm a fake Lego father. No, that's impossible. Best line right there in all of Star Wars. Luke's, that's impossible. Couple more pieces. Now we're picking up the pace. I'm really going fast here. Ching. Look at that. We like that. And then it's this final bubble, which we already built, but now we're building it again. Pretty good bubble design. The guns on it, like the barrels, I guess, they look really small. But I see what they were going with here. They're just a tad tiny. That will connect up right onto it. And ladies and gentlemen, oh my gosh. This thing is a little bit difficult to pick up. Kind of not very sturdy. We got the studs and stud shooters. Uh-oh, did I miss some pieces? Oh, I missed the piece again. I don't know how I keep missing that one. Maybe Lego forgot to put that there. This goes there. All right. With all the studs out of the way and the build completed, there's the stud shooter. There's how you put the droids in, which I'll deal with later. There's the completed set. There's all the sets for this next wave, which I probably won't be buying, but, you know, great to have. Rebuild the world. Pieces. Done. Sorry for that shake. But that is the completed LEGO Star Wars MTT for 2025. I'm going to see if my camera will turn on for 5 seconds. There we go. Okay. But anyway, that is the last of the build. It's a pretty sweet build. It's definitely small. Like you can see, this is a pretty tiny little MTT. But it's going to be awesome to review. Again, that review should hopefully be coming in the near future, either tomorrow or on Monday. But I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in, everyone who came in, and everyone who's still left. I know there's not many of us left here. But thank you so much for joining, whether you were over on horizontal or vertical YouTube. I appreciate it a ton. More live streams coming, more games coming, and just all the good stuff is underway. But I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'm glad we finished it. We got it all in one stream, and we're good to go. Stay tuned for next time for the review and for some more games. But thanks for watching, and peace out.